You go ahead.
So,
John. John.
I don't want to take too much of the parents' time. This is really a meeting for them. So there's a couple of things that they need to cover. I really want to focus this year on just you. So we've got some very great parents that are going to step in and do several things for you and for this team. Okay? So in saying that, you've been on the rock, I don't stay under it for too long. It's Joseph, I'm the technical director of 3D volleyball, which is a part of Pioneer. So when you are in the GTA South, it's 3D. That's what you register with. Okay? It's not as complicated as most people make it. All the major clubs are doing whatever they're branching out and doing. I have real good relationship with the president of the club, which is Mike Wakayama. And doing so in that partnership, I am focusing on your development. That includes what system, the drills, the movement, the style you play, where you serve, where we're attacked, and so on. That is what we're focusing on. On the back end, your strength, your conditioning, when you rest, when you play, who you play, that's on the technical director. You also have a coaching staff. You have Coach Manny here that's going to be integrated into your program for as a player, a mentor, and a coach. You have Coach Jason here that's been from the beginning of the start. So Coach Jason is going to be involved with your toolage for the game, the knowledge you learn, and we work together towards your development. Okay? We've got parents here that are going to be focusing on several things. Okay? Michelle has lost her voice, but apparently she's a singer now. So her husband John will be her better half tonight and speak on behalf of the agenda that's laid out. And so several of you have been with me for a long time. On the back end of the club stuff, we do have opportunity where we'll be playing some outside tournament. So those tournaments are normally called travel team. Not everybody here will be selected to be part of the travel team because we'll also integrate players that maybe in the OVA or not in the OVA. When that happens, Gia and Mike will look after that, but we want to make sure that when it comes to this team and the structuring, Michelle's going to look after what has to be done within the OVA, and the two of them are working in the back, right? So, most of the parents here have had an opportunity to meet with. They're great people. We want to make sure that their efforts, their time, their commitment is honored. Grace's mom will be looking after the back end with some fundraising. She got some ideas and stuff like that that will help us to generate some fundraising activity. So between Michelle, her, Mike, and the parents that they're working on coordinating that stuff in the back end. There is a lot there, and I don't want to get involved in any of it. Okay? For two reasons. I am fortunate enough that my older boys are off to their college and university, and they're in there, so I can navigate that. I need to focus in on the club. You are the prime to that club. So from the youngest U13 practices in the week, what drills they do, that's my job. Your strength and conditioning, ball technique, that's what the coaching staff is responsible. The stuff on the outside with OVA, scheduling, and so on, Michelle done a great job with that. And you have more than enough people that will liaison, that will help you. A matter of fact, you're spoiled. You're absolutely spoiled, Rob. And when you leave this group, it's probably the last time you're in this sport for a long time. You've got male and female that are in the workforce, in the education system, that is willing to navigate this. I never had this. Okay? I'm not as clueless when it comes to sports. So if you guys really have a good infrastructure, it's up to you to use it. So in that being said, John, on behalf of your family, you go ahead and navigate and you guys just listen and see who's in the back doing that work. Because I really just need to focus on volleyball this week. Okay?
Okay, so those of you who don't know, I'm John, I'm Abby's dad. What I'm going to do just to start is kind of go around some of the parents, so who you are, who's athlete, who's the parent of, just so we can put names and faces and all that sort of stuff as we go. Okay? So Michelle's apologising, she's got a sore throat from all her shouting yesterday.
You all know me.
But Michelle's the team manager, everything's really kind of going through her.
Yeah.
So you know me, John now, so Ben?
Yeah, then Lauren's dad, Rick, Janelle, Jasmine's parents.
Can Jasmine raise her hand?
Jazzy race.
And the other, who's your daughter? Okay, thank you. Do you want to go ahead?
Oh, yeah, Victoria.
Yes, that's Lauren.
Yes.
I am Luciana. I am Lily's mom. Can you raise your hand?
We know Michelle.
Millicent, I'm Lily's mom.
What?
Natalie Crystal.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, so I've got some notes. So I basically sent out a document earlier today to all the parents in the WhatsApp group. I don't know if you've got a chance to read it yet, but please do so. This is going to have a lot more detail than I'm going to cover here. If you have any questions about that, fire it all that way. Again, I'm just a messenger here. So as far as it goes, we've got 5 tournaments this year as a team. Usually we have 4, up to this point we've had 4 this year. As the team we have 5 tournaments. In addition to that, there's also nationals, which comes up in May time. So just very quickly, Michelle asked me to just get a show of hands initially, like interest in nationals from a parent standpoint. So if you've got interest in coming to nationals in May, just raise your hand at this point in time, just to get an idea of the appetite for it. Obviously, there'll be more to come on that, more discussion about that, but obviously it's separate to the ODA fees and all that sort of stuff, so we've got to work out fundraising and all that sort of stuff. But just try and understand what the ambitions are here. So those 5 tournaments we have on the ODI side, it's pretty much one a month. So from November onwards, one every month through to the end of the season. Just quickly going on to player expectations. The expectations from all the players is to attend all practices, okay? And also maintain your availability on team league. So attending, yes, no, maybe, etc. Keep that up to date, keep that posted. So that's really on the athletes and anything else. To parents, we can manage to do it, but fundamentally it's on the athletes to make sure that that's up to date. So we know who's attending. As far as ownership goes, let the coaches go. As he said, he's focused on the athletes and on the production of the ensuring that everybody's getting all the practices and all that sort of stuff in the room as well. Anything outside that logistics-wise, anything that you have any questions about or need information on, again, channel it through Michelle. Michelle is just really a facilitator. She'll just communicate her practices to relevant parties, make sure that they're all in the same room and talking about these things, making sure that we're communicating effectively. Okay? She's not a decision maker, she's just here to communicate and make sure that everybody's in the right room. In the right room at the right time. Okay? As far as that goes, when there are live decisions to be made, coach will make the final decision. Okay? So if we're in agreement about what we want to do as parents, it doesn't really matter unless coach buys it up. If he's not available for a tournament, then we won't do the tournament. As far as that goes also, for any additional tournaments that we may want to do, they come outside of the ODA ones and outside of regular fees, but by all means, we're welcoming any suggestions, any recommendations for additional tournaments. Again, channel those through Michelle. She'll make sure that the parents are aware, make sure that discuss costs and planning around this if we agree to do them. We do have that one in October 11th in London, which we have committed to at this point in time. That's the only one outside of regular aviation schedule we plan for at this point in time. Also, parents, ensure that you register your athlete on the OVA, with the OVA, I should say.
The MRS site.
Sorry?
MRS site. I think
MRS site, there we go.
Yeah, I think in the,
Yeah, there's a link in the chat. It's basically it's $102 per season. But without that, your athlete cannot play in the tournaments. Okay. Practices. We obviously know this one's on Wednesday, we have one on Friday. There is also an additional practice on Sundays. It's the last 2 Sundays of the month, which is 8:30 to 10:30 over at Elsmere. Okay. Again, we can put the information in 2 weeks for that. But again, that's open for those who can make it. That's an optional practice. There are additional costs applied to that. Okay. Physio Med. Again, the session is being posted in the WhatsApp group for the parents. We can put it available for Physio Med practice. That's also in the document that I sent out, so you guys can see that schedule there. Tournaments. It's essential that we have the athletes on time for practice and tournaments. That means ready to go. The practice time starts and the tournament time starts.
I'm big on an hour before, half an hour notice.
Okay. That means ready. Not just arrival, it's ready. Good. As far as fees are concerned, fees will be communicated as soon as possible. They'll still be calculated out. It's based on the numbers we have in the team and all that sort of stuff, the tournaments that we've been into, etc. But there are, we'll give you payment schedules as well once we have that information as well. We're also looking at sponsorship to reduce the costs, along with utilising fundraising to cover any additional costs and so forth we can. With that, flip over to Natalie.
So I put on the WhatsApp group the Club Give, which is the easiest for fundraising. Last year I did almost 1,500 myself with our other team at React. And a lot of it is you can just buy a gift card and you get a cash back, or if you're saying you're buying Adidas Under Armour there, you can go through the website and you spend Adidas is 3%, so $3 if you didn't have by purchasing something at $100. It's really easy to go if you're doing, anyone who's a contractor, for instance, my husband is, and he buys one of the gift cards when he goes in there, we get a cash back. So almost every $200 we make anywhere from $2 to $3 back, but it adds up over time. I am open to any other fundraisers that anybody else is looking into. For us, I know my daughter came to me about Krispy Kreme, but a lot of you guys live in this area. We don't, but we did that last year. We raised a lot of money, so we can find something else like that to do. I'm open to anything, just message me or we can put something together. But the more money we can bring in, the we can use for nationals or any kind of fundraisers, any extra tournaments that we have. I mean, it's free money, right? It comes off of your team player.
Okay, the only other thing I've really got here is just in terms of team building. Now, obviously, a lot of the athletes are kind of new together. Some know each other, some don't. But we will be trying to plan at least one team building activity prior to the first tournament. There may be others throughout the season and so forth, but really they're very much optional. Okay? We know you guys have a lot of commitments to school and things, family things and all that sort of stuff. But if anything, where possible, we do try and make them. Likewise with the parents, it's good to get to know each other and stuff like that, we're supporting each other. But the idea being is obviously we want to spend some time together as a team outside of full time, so that we're working together and close together and so forth. But again, it is optional. Sorry, there is one other thing. The last thing is in terms of parental responsibilities, scoring. Always a tough one when you're the key here is making sure that there is at least one parent in the family who knows how to score and so forth. For each tournament, there will be a rota assigned to those that don't have other duties on the team. And we'll be expecting parents to step up and do that scoring. If you're not able to do the scoring, I know how to do it. I'm happy to coach the sport. Likewise, when we have women's league, which is on Sundays and so forth, I'm more than happy to sort of sit people walk through coach how to the score and stuff. Worst case scenario, if you're at the tournament and your name's on that list, get to the table quick and do it. Otherwise you don't do the score. But again, if you need any questions or anything supporting that, I'm more than happy to help on that. Don't ask Michelle, there's nothing about it. So with that being said, I will open the floor now to any questions. I do have some here that other people probably supply. Are there any immediate in the room questions?
So the flip tip, is it just for individual players or is it all going to go to one for the team?
The fundraiser.
The flip gift.
The fundraiser, right?
Yeah. Yes, we'll flip it.
Individual players. Individual players.
Okay, so all the other fundraising is going to be, like, if, say for instance, if I bring it, against fundraising, does it go towards my player or for the team? Not for this, it's
Just from what I can, I mean, it's up for discussion, but I would do it as a player, because in the past when I've done it, like one of the first years I did it, I brought in a whole bunch of sponsorship, everything was off the whole team. I was the one that brought it in. Nobody else brought it in. Some parents want to pay it, some parents don't want to do it, right? To me, it's free money. If I can bring in $3,000 between sponsorship and fundraising, it's off my child, why wouldn't I put that up for them? Right?
What I would like to see happen is all the fundraising coming trickle to the pool. I like strength in numbers, right? I really like strength in numbers. So honor the people that do the most work, but I would like to also think that we have enough people in our campus here that we're not just doing it because of our kids. Right? So we want to do it as much as we can for the whole. That's the case I want to coach it. My kids don't play well. Coach Jason and I here we're doing it for you. Right? So yes, in the past, other people do things a certain way. If I was an individual thought processing coach, I wouldn't be coaching volleyball in Canada. Just wouldn't happen. I'll be gone. Okay, so yes, we're going to try to do what we can individual fundraising and other ideas because more than our parents have. I want everybody to be able to come together off the board as it is on the board because we've been on the other side. We've had some parents who did things but individually were only focusing on their kids. And yeah, they won, but they're not here. So winning doesn't solve their problem. Okay, so in saying that we've got a couple people that have been really, really good at helping us in the back end. So we want to make sure you guys continue to support. The extra tournaments and the extra training, it's a lot of hassle in the back end. You guys have done a lot of in the back end for that. Going into Chicago and stuff like that, listening and put all the prints and stuff in the dean has done that. I can go a list of all the parents that have really, really done what you're doing in the back. Some of the girls have to get into some of the coaching. They've done the coaching courses in the back end. We've got Gia, we've got Kalia, we've got Solange in the back end that are not doing the coaching license. It's important, right? So you guys as youngsters, it's not just you show up, play volleyball, and go home. And especially for the younger ones that are getting an opportunity to play with the older players. When the older players are gone, you're gonna have to step in and do a lot more than just play volleyball. Right? So it's great that we get the parents helping. And one of the reasons why I'm stepping back a little bit from doing a lot of the back end work, when I came home from Russia in 2006, was traveling in the world tour. It's extremely competitive. Italy, to Russia, to California, to Portugal, and you go in different countries. I'm not entertaining you with that. I'm not willing for my kids to have to go to them. Okay? So that's why I'm asking the parents in the back. The me, okay? I'll do everything for you guys. I call and I get responsive for my happy. I will do the extra event just so I can fund your team. Okay? But the reality, this is not where it's random. This is where I'm at an OVA game that I was young at the time and I'm walking, I'm about to go to a diaper change. It's Ontario volleyball. I go out in the hallway and I step my body and say, oh, that's nice that you decide to come back and do this. And next thing, you put it on tape and all these jerseys. That's my head hitting the ground. Some things in nature, I must know it's falling. The building down is walking, walk right here, it's 2 plus. When we walk away, then you hear everybody screaming, blah, blah, blah. People come rushing and you find myself in the hospital. I'm not entertaining you that. At all. Okay, so some of you guys are finding out this real or not. All me, don't give a shit. A guy in the morning. I start all the team, make sure you have your food on time to wake you up. I don't think at 55 I need to go that road again. High intensity. These are the best players on planet Earth, and I'm going from country to country, 10 days, and I'm going back into it. So great, the parents are stepping up to do it. It just allows me to continue to do what I need to do for you. So please, when you end it in, I tell you, say thank you to your parents. I've done this. I did it with Thundercat, I did it with Titans. Everything. I'm not willing to do that. Scorekeeping, I literally did I don't even touch a score sheet. I don't want to go anywhere near it. My team get eliminated, I say, I do 2 score sheets, it was exhausting. I was like, I don't even go near it anymore. Okay? Alright, so.
So just following on, in terms of sponsorship, we do have a couple of sponsors coming in. If anybody knows of any more or is able to bring any more, by all means do so. One little bit of information on the cameras here, when I do the tournaments and stuff, I can actually sponsor some logo and stuff on the game and stuff as well. So if that's a selling point, sell it.
That's the sales guy.
So, I do have some online questions as well. First of all, is the team roster set?
Say again? Our team roster for inside of the club is set. For the travel team, it is not. Okay? And that means younger players here, if we need you to help with the other teams, we will do that. But when we come to the travel team, it is not a right, it's a privilege. We have opportunity, Mike and I are working right now on the back end of the BioSteel. A tournament goes down, it's highly competitive. It's really for the players who have graduated really 2008. But you've proven yourself, but we're also going to approach a couple players from other clubs who we get in that tournament that we may consider. All right, so when it comes to the Sunday League, 6 are going to be on and 6 are going to be training. And I said that to Connie because we're asked to help out the Sparks team. We won't be doing that. So when I have 6 players that are on playing, the other 6 or 7 players are going to be bringing on mobile band work and you're going to be training them. Some of you will have homework and stuff, you're going to miss physio man. So on Sundays when you go to the league, you're also going to be training. Sucks to be you. It's great for the teams that you're playing because they're probably going to kick their ass when you be tired. But that's okay, by playoffs you'll take her back and you'll take care of business. Okay?
Next question is, will we have new uniforms?
I'm going to discuss a little bit in the back end. I don't really want to get into too much extra uniform every year. We're getting new uniform. It's not necessary. I want to see who I am on the back end of that. So in a couple of days, I'm going to give you an answer on that. Just functioning uniform. There's some players that just joined us. So we're obviously getting a uniform. I will more look at right now how I'm gonna give, week by week, I'm gonna give, you'll know who is prime players for the leagues that we're playing. So some of you are gonna be on training phase, and some are gonna be on competition phase. So it's not like you're gonna be totally exhausted. Like some players are gonna get less with it. Tonight, you guys felt it, right? Yeah? The two balls in and the exhaustion. So if I know we have a tournament coming up, we will just rotate that down. So volume is gonna be key. So some players are gonna, when you come into the training zone, you'll be doing no jumping. You'll be doing ball technique. Other players are gonna be servicing. Oh, I'm not playing technique. That might be tapering you, or you have Sunday league and you have OBA. So it's our job to focus on the volume right now. So yes, you're supposed to be at all major events with your team, but not all of you. Don't think to come Sunday league and then travel team and OBA and you're gonna play every single point. That doesn't make sense. I'm focusing on team, not individuals, right?
So I have in terms of questions here. Are there any other questions in the room at this point?
Yeah, we're gonna get all that in. We got some friendlies that we're working on, like I said, extra tournaments. So what I want to do is to get done the next 2 Wednesdays. Careful. We want to focus on the next 2 Wednesdays of getting our volume in, and then inviting a team in on a Wednesday like this to play us. So I'm right now I'm just talking to Durham. They're going through their same registration as we are. I think it's a good club to play against. And they're doing the same thing when it comes to our teams. I don't want to play teams because they're relevant. I want to play teams that's going to kick your ass on these challenges, right? So if we're going to do that, if it comes down to playing time and volume, I would rather suit up the coaches we have, which will be tougher competition. And at that present moment, you guys are not involved in like the old Coach Jason or Coach Matt. We're not. It's nice, it boosts your ego. It's not good. And I've done a lot of volleyball for volume. And my point is I need to coach you. Right? So in about 3 weeks, I'm entertaining getting some exhibition. Right? So we have 2 more Wednesdays here of really going before I open up. We're not in competition. We're in the middle of this. We're in the middle of this building. It sounds like we want to do more. You're not. Even if you want right now, you destroy every team. You beat them 25-0. You still won't be ready because there's so much. About 5 players here that your neuromuscular power will shut completely down. Your immune system is going to drop. You're going to get sick for school. There's just so much that you're going to go through. But you need to go through it. But then the background for that, you're putting on that extra 5 or 10 pounds of muscle is great. You're going to need it for provincials. You're going to need it for national championship. You're going to need it for travel. We can't go there yet. Victoria, no chance yet. Kalia, have to cut back. Abby, have to cut back. Solana volume got to come up. Grace's volume got to come up. Lauren's volume got to come up. Ashley has to come up. Nia has to go up. Like there's so much. Lily's got to come up. Gia has to cut back. Jasmine has to cut back. When you mean cut back, doesn't mean that you're not training, but it's very specific things that has to be done for these players. Okay? So right now, I want to be selfish towards you. I don't give a shit about what the other teams are doing because we got to take care of our nutrition, our strength, our recovery, and as much as we can want to play them now, it's not in the best interest. Okay? I have to go back to players who are coming off of knee surgery, so we want to make sure that they don't just come back. They've been back, but now they got to come back with power and explosiveness. That takes about 3 weeks.
That's about it. The other thing is, you've heard this from us before, the other thing that we're looking forward to is take stock of where you believe you're at now as individuals, as a team, volleyball, as well as a person, and check back in midway through the year. As Coach said earlier, it's all about the wins and losses, the trophies, all that is great, but it's all about your development as a person and as a team. takes off the dynamics, and that way you're gonna notice the change as much as your parents will.
Last thing I'll say is, again, the document is out there, it's in WhatsApp, I sent out in the chat, so please read through it in detail. Any questions, please channel them through Michelle. And what I would say is also, the key to anything, me personally, and in my professional life, and my sports life, all that stuff, has always been good communication. Good communication breaks down barriers and makes sure that we're cohesive, we understand we're all on the same page. So as a parent group, I would ask, if there's elephant in the room, let's talk about the elephant. But let's channel it through Michelle, okay? And then we can bring out, talk about whatever's on your mind, whatever you need to do, all that sort of stuff. And that way we can make sure that we're cohesive as a parent group. Of course, we're all on the right page as well.